Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra and today we're going to do a tarot pick-a-pile reading, and it's going to be sunny messages from Spirit. I've been spending a lot of time outside this last week or so and enjoying the sun for the first time in months, and I just kind of had this wonderful warm feeling and wanted to do some readings that kind of imparted that feeling. So we changed our whole setup to be kind of a sandy beach for probably the next couple of weeks. That's probably going to be our reading setup. And we're just going to try to soak in that wonderful sunlight and wonderful things that the sun can bring us, and the happiness and joy that the sun represents. And so that's what we're going to do this week. I did do some automatic writing, which I have done upon occasion, and those seem to work out very well. And since these were messages from Spirit, I thought it was a good time to do that. Each fortune cookie here has a message in it from Spirit that I got by doing automatic writing. And we do have 3 different piles here that you can choose from. You are welcome to watch more than one pile. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, there could be messages in more than one for you. Especially with this type of reading. So, you can watch 2 piles, 3 piles, whatever you feel compelled to do. That's perfectly fine. But we basically have 3 different piles here. We have the first one that has the purple fortune cookie. We have the second one that has the turquoise or blue fortune cookie. And then the third one that has the pink fortune cookie. So you have 3 different piles here to choose from, and basically it's a good idea to kind of take a deep breath, kind of close your eyes for a second, and kind of go to whichever pile you're most drawn to, whichever one your gut is sending you to. Like I've said in the past, not the ones that have your favorite colors on it, not the ones that the light's hitting just right and your eye kind of draws to, but more so of which one your navel, your gut, your belly, you're like, ooh, that's the one I need to watch. That's the one you should go to. And like I said, if you do feel compelled to watch more than one, that's okay as well. Right before I give you an opportunity to reflect on the piles, because we are going to give you a moment or so to do that, I would just love to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, who has given the videos thumbs up, who have left those comments in the comments section, and who has shared the channel with their friends and family. If you could put a link to the channel on all your different social media accounts, that is the easiest, fastest way for other people to find us and get a chance to check us out. And that is just greatly appreciated when you guys can do all of those things for us, because those are all things that help the channel grow, and we very much appreciate all of them. I would also love to give you an opportunity, or at least invite you to check out the rest of the channel if you're new to the channel. We do have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of different topics out there that might be of interest to you. We also do a weekly rune reading that includes oracle spheres and angel numbers involved with those. This reading in specific also has charms with it as well as the oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. Alright, so we're going to give you a moment or so to reflect on the piles. When you've decided which pile you'd like to go to, in the description there will be timestamps, and you can go directly to your pile whenever you're ready to do so. And we'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the purple fortune cookie, and like I said, that has messages from Spirit. These are sunny messages from Spirit. So the idea is things that will uplift our spirits, make us feel happy inside, give us a warm feeling, that kind of thing. So these are messages from Spirit to uplift us and give us that kind of information that we need right now. We do have our messages in our fortune cookies as well as our tarot cards. We also have our charms that we're going to be looking at just a little bit later, and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of your yes or no question that you'd like to get an answer to as well. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what messages we got going here today. All right, open this one up. We're going to put this off over here. What you want is on its way. All right, so that is what that message was. What you want is on its way. Well, that's very exciting. Whenever we can get things that we're wanting or that we're looking forward to, and that they're on their way to us, and maybe the tarot cards might tell us a little bit more about that. It might tell us a little bit more about when you might expect it or how it might come or something. Maybe, I don't know. Let's take a look here. Let's see what we've got. We've got the Two of Swords. We got the Ace of Wands. We got the Knight of Wands. And we got the number 1 Rider card. That's interesting. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oop, I already knocked something over here. Hold on. All right, we also have the Strength card. We have the Four of Swords. We got the Five of Cups. Let me lay these down where you can see them a little easier. We have the Six of Cups. We got the Nine of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to move these over just a little bit. So I've got some room for the Queen here. All right. Wow. This is intriguing because what I was feeling early on with the earlier cards is that basically you're going to be manifesting something that you've been wanting into your life. Like something is just going to kind of come in. The Rider card in general, excuse me, and it's interesting because this one kind of reminds me of that too, even though it's different. The Rider card in generally means news and travel and movement. And the Wands cards also kind of make me feel some movement here as well. But then we got to some other cards that also kind of were a little bit more protection oriented, a little bit more of relaxation or taking a break oriented, meditation, that kind of thing. So it was interesting how we had two different things, and I think I know how these might go together. But I do think you might either have some news coming your way, or some travel, or something that you want to do, or somehow an issue is going to get solved that's going to help you out. That's what the Rider card is kind of showing us here. It also is the Nine of Hearts, which is really cool because the Hearts card is the Cups energy. And the Cups deals a lot with what our emotions and the things that we want from that point of view. And your message is that what you would want is coming your way. So it's interesting. With the Rider here, I almost see like somebody coming and presenting something to you or bringing you something that you would like to have. Either news, that's going to set you on this course that you want to go on, or a contract, or some money to help you get started with something, or in some way they'd be bringing you something to help you along to get what it was that you've been wanting, is kind of the feeling I'm getting from that. It's interesting how we do have these sort of rest, relaxation, take time out, protective kind of notions going on here as well. We did have the Two of Swords show up right away, which was kind of a contemplative energy, kind of deciding which way to go, knowing which way. So I feel like maybe you guys have been in some indecision, maybe not sure which way to go, not sure the best route or what to take. And I feel like this news that you're going to be getting, because I also feel like the Knight of Wands is also kind of representing that news giver or that bringer of information, or the bringer of whatever it is, like I said, a new contract, money, something that, I kind of get that with both of these cards here in general, because with the Knight of Wands, he, uh, the Wands cards are very much about things that we are very passionate about, things that we really, really care about. And the Knights are the ones that charge into battle. They're the ones that come back with the riches of the battle. They're the ones that are young, but they're not so young that they don't know what they're doing. They've learned how to fight. They've done whatever. And so the Knight of Wands is very much full of courage, and he's a free spirit, and he's willing to do that. And so I feel like, like if this is love related, let's just say, for instance, I'll give you an example. If this is love related, like let's say you're wanting to manifest or would like to have a new love in your life, I do feel like this is represented here by the Knight of Wands, that he will be showing up, he will be coming, and so forth. If it is work related, like I said, I feel like we have the Queen of Pentacles here that kind of shows that, you notice how I love this Queen of Pentacles. It shows the two of them cuddling up together, and they're happy and they're carefree. And that's also very interesting with your Two of Swords energy as well, because the two energy sometimes will denote kind of a partnership or a coming together. And then this Queen of Pentacles also shows that, which normally the Queen of Pentacles doesn't represent that in of herself. Normally she is a very generous, caring kind of person. She's also good in business, though, and she does like luxuriousness and things like that. So if there's something of luxury that you've been wanting to have, like let's say a new car or something else, well, that is on its way. You're going to find a way to make that happen, and that will come to you. With the Ace of Wands, this shows that the newness is happening because it's an ace, and so that's a new beginning. We also have the 9, which is kind of towards the end. Which is interesting because that just means a new cycle, a new start. So with these energies here, these protective energies, these more, dwelling on not getting what you want, you notice how the Strength card is kind of amongst them. You just need to show some strength. I think that that's kind of important here, and that's kind of an important message. That you've gone through some problems, you've had some issues, you've had to take some time out and rest and recover from some heartaches and from some other things, but that now is the time to take up the Ace of Wands and go out and go for what you want and go for what you're getting, because you do have the Six of Cups, which is that wonderful celebratory energy. It's that wonderful energy where the village is giving you accolades because you've graduated to a new level. It's where you've done something really good for the community, and now they're celebrating you. It's a good celebratory card. And so I see that now that you've gone through some of these other things, and now it's time to take up that mantle. It's time to take up that Ace of Wands and go for what you truly, truly want. And this could be different things for each of you. So, you need to let that go and be, whatever it is that's resonating with you, whatever it is that that you really, truly would really like to have right now. When you heard those words, what you want is coming to you. What did you first think of? What was the first thing that came to your mind? What is it? Because we all want lots of things, but usually there's certain things in our lives that are kind of forefront at one time or another, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of, is it's the one true thing that you would really like to have, whether it's a new love interest, whether it's being able to have enough money to start your own business, or whether you want to go traveling and you want to take some time to travel, whether it's good news that you got the promotion, whether it's, there are so many hundreds of things it could be, but whatever it is, just know that it's on its way there. Let's go ahead and pull out our charms and oracle spheres too and see what else we have to say on this subject here. I'm going to move these over here temporarily. All right. So we're going to get a few charms here and just see what some things are. Okay, well, we do have the 6 again, which once again, it's that celebration. Maybe what you're just wanting is recognition for some of the things that you've been able to do. And the 6 over here can kind of show that too. So that it could be recognition for some of you, or that you're going to get recognized for some of the things that you would like to have. We do have the Pisces energy, which is that wonderful emotional energy. It's also the 2 fish. So once again, it's another 2 energy. So it could have to do with having a partner or a soulmate or somebody else show up. We do have the sun and the moon energy as well, which can kind of show that to me together, because I kind of think of the two as going together and going together. We do have a couple of letters here. We have a J and a K. Those could be initials. Those could mean something specifically to you. You could think of specific words when those come up, or other things. So I kind of let that be individual for you guys when they show up. We do have the money bag symbol. So once again, it's riches, and however you're thinking of it. Because this doesn't have to mean monetary riches, but if you're wanting some monetary, money coming your way, if you let's say it's a couple $1,000s you wanted for something, this could symbolize that for you. But it also just symbolizes success and abundance in whichever way you're thinking of abundance, whatever things that would make you feel abundant and feel rich and happy is what that's for. We do have the follow your heart. It's interesting how we have the enough here. I see that as two different things. One, as you will have enough, that you will be able to get by and do what you need to do. What you're looking for, enough will come to you. But I also see it as enough of going through the rough, hard times that you've been going through, or enough time wallowing in worrying about what you're lacking, or enough. I am thinking a lot of the wallowing thing, because we did have the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, and both of those kind of have energies of, especially the 5 of Cups, it's thinking about what your missed opportunities are, what's spilt, what you don't have, things like that. The 4 is kind of the rest and all that from the heartache of the 3 of Spades, or the 3 of Swords. And so when I think of both of those cards there, I think of both of those as being rejuvenation type of energies, and also ones that if you want to get to where you want to go next, that it's time to get out of that energy. And that's where the enough kind of made me think of and go to, because we also had the 3 of Swords energy as well. And so I was just thinking that as, you've gone through some heartaches, you've gone through some issues, you've been able to dwell on that a little bit, but we have the 6 of Diamonds here as well. So it's another 6 energy, which is more that celebratory. It's the 6 of Diamonds is basically the 6 of Pentacles. It's having enough that you're able to give out to other people, because you have enough for your own self, that you can be generous and do that. And so these 6s that are showing up are really wonderful portents of getting abundance and the things that you'd like to have. We also have the Heart Kitty. To me, that just shows love and warmth and happiness, being happy and being cheerful and feeling that love and feeling that bond that you could have with an animal that you really care about. So I just feel like that's kind of an energy that you guys are going to feel, is that happiness. And then we also have the Mieke hands, which to me, this could denote something about children. This could denote creativity. We did have the Wands energy, so for some of you guys, I do feel like this might be a creative endeavor, that may be something you've been working on creatively, or using your creative talents will help you get what it is that you're wanting or what it is that you're working for, and starting something creatively new and passionate and that you care about is kind of the way to go. So if that resonates with you, definitely that is something that you should do and go for. Let's go ahead and get our Oracle Sphere answers. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, if you've never seen these, basically what it is you ask a yes or no type of question, some sort of question that would get an answer like yes, no, maybe, probably, possibly, not likely, very likely, not now, answers like that. Get some those types of answers, and you think of your question that you want an answer to. And then we go through and we've got our answers here, and we put answers on these stands. We have green, silver, gold, and blue, and you pick which stand you'd like your answer to appear on, and we get our answers. Now, other people have utilized these other ways. They have maybe had different questions for different stands. They've maybe had a certain stand represent something specific and another stand represent something else. And then depending on what answers came upon them, it helped them decide something or help them know something a certain way. So however you guys would like to utilize these, that's fine. I do love that these are interactive readings and you all can deal with things interactively. So let's go here. Let's see what we've got. We've got the number 1 green. It's not likely. The number 2 gray is probable. The number 3 gold is a maybe. And the number 4 blue is a not now. All right, so number 1 green is not likely. Number 2 gray is probable. Number 3 gold is maybe. Number 4 blue is not now. So that's our Oracle Sphere answers for the weekly question. All right, guys. Well, there is our sunny messages from Spirit for the week for pile 1. I hope you had some messages that came through and were good for you and that you liked them. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Share the video or the channel with your friends and family. Don't forget to put a link out there on your social media accounts. And leave us comments in the comment section and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos. We do have lots of timeless tarot ones out there that are very cool and might be on some topics that you would like to get some answers on or be interested in looking into. We do put out our rune readings every week as well. We do put out videos every week besides rune readings, so we look forward to seeing you in the future videos. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the blue turquoise little fortune cookie here, remember these are sunny messages from Spirit. We have our tarot cards we're going to look at. We also have our charms and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. All right, so let's go through here and let's just see what the first thing was that came through on our automatic writing that we did. Fortune cookie up there. Be brave and true to yourself. I remember when I do my automatic writing, it's whatever happens to come to me. I write it down and I'm like, because I'm concentrating on what the topic is or what, what the message is. In this case, I said sunny messages from Spirit. And I thought, be brave and true to yourself. I wonder what specifically that is aiming towards or what that is talking about specifically. So I'm really hoping that the tarot cards and the charms will really put that forward for us. It might already resonate with you guys. You might already have a clue what that's trying to say, but usually when I do my automatic writing, there's at least one message that usually requires a little bit more information from Spirit, because I usually get a little lost with it a little bit. All right, the first card here we have is the Hermit. The next one is the Tower. Oh, okay. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the number 30 Lilies. We've got the Death card. Wow, okay. I think I see where this might be going. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Wow, okay. We have the Star card. We have the Four of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, I think I kind of sort of already know. I had a lot of things kind of come to me as I was pulling these out, so I think I already know. And based on the first message, I think it makes sense. This is interesting. Okay, first of all, I'm trying to figure out how I want to put this. Basically, I think the be brave and be true to yourself is a very important message for you guys. And these are sunny messages from Spirit. So basically, there's good messages coming here. There's something Spirit wants you to know that's good, but they're also trying to let you know how to deal with it to make the best of it. Because we do have the Tower card and the Death card, which both denote massive quick change. okay? Which means that maybe some really quick change is coming your way. And a lot of times, a lot of us don't like change. And a lot of times, a lot of us get a little scared with change, and we get a little worried, and it's like, oh my God, a lot of stuff is changing. I don't know what to do. Okay. And, I even get the idea, we have the hermit here, you might want to pull yourself away and hide away and go, oh my gosh. Or maybe even some of you have already experienced this really quick change. Maybe this has happened real recently for some of you. So either it's really soon on the way or it really has already just happened. But the energy I'm getting here is be brave, be strong, and be true to yourself. The true to yourself part is, and that kind of came through with the lily card a little bit as well. The lilies show a good amount of knowledge, a good amount of strength, a good amount of wisdom and experience and honor and purity and things like that. So no matter what it is that has kind of upset the apple cart or will, no matter what it is that's kind of denote this massive change, as long as you are true to yourself, if you're full of integrity, if you're, know that you're strong, know that you're tough, know you can get through any kind of things that happens. If you, remain yourself, you don't let it change who you are fundamentally, that the outcome will be something wonderful. Okay. And that's kind of the message we got going here. We have this wonderful Queen of Wands here. We have the Star card. Look at that. The kitties are there. They're wishing upon a star. They're looking upon the stars. We have the Four of Cups, which to me indicates fours are a good stable number. They're a good home life number. But a lot of times when people see this card, it has to do with what they're lacking or what they're missing or what they're not seeing. I see this as an opportunity card. That even though something major is going to change, and even though it might upset you and be very difficult at first, that opportunities are going to come your way because of it. And you just need to look out for those and keep an eye out for those and take advantage of those. Also, the Six of Pentacles. This is wonderful. The sixes are a wonderful, stable, awesome energy. They're also a celebratory energy. The Six of Pentacles themselves specifically show that you will have enough abundance to be able to help others that are more in need and be able to do that. So what I see with these cards here, along with this, big transformation, is that you are going to come out of this on top of it. I mean, look at this beautiful Queen of Wands here. She's wearing the most lavish looking dress I think I've ever seen. It's this wonderful red velvet. It's very, very, rich and all that. And she is the Queen of Wands. The Wands deal with the things that we really care about. It deals with our intuition. So I do think your intuition is going to be important here as well, because we do have the Star card. So those two together kind of show that. But that, she is the one that's very passionate. She's full of charisma. She's optimistic. And I think that that's really important too, is for you guys to remain optimistic, because the wands deal with our spirit, our passions, our creativity, our things that we're energetic about. It's our fiery natures. And so, getting fired up about something, caring about something, moving towards something that really matters to you is kind of what I'm seeing here. We also have the Page of Pentacles, and the pages are nice because they're young, they're idealistic, but it's the Pentacles. So once again, it's our abundance. It's our dealing with things that matter to us on the worldly level. The pages are very ambitious. So you've got a couple of different ambitious type of things. You've got the confident, determined, and then you have the ambitious young one there, which is kind of the energy I feel like you need to kind of embody here. And then also, too, they're very studious, they're grounded. So, they know how to make the right decisions and where to go next and what to do based on their experience, or even just kind of their innate knowing. And so I feel like you guys have gone through some stuff in the past. You know how to roll with things. You know how to deal with whatever life throws at you. And I really feel like you can look up and look at the opportunities that are going to be thrown at you with this, because that is the main point here, is that you just need to, ride this out, be brave, be strong, be studious, be true to yourself, and then when you do, just wonderful things are just going to flow to you. And I get this feeling of flowing, actually. We've got kind of the beach scene going on here, and I just feel like these wonderful waves just kind of coming up and cooling you off when you're too hot, and just making you feel warm and cozy and comfortable. Yeah, I mean, that's the feeling I'm kind of getting here. We have this sand motif going on here, and I just feel like there's this, waves coming up on you and covering your feet and cooling you off when you're too warm, and making you feel, pleasant and cozy, and all of that kind of stuff, that water washing over, you kind of coming up on the sand and washing away again, that feeling, that flowing to you feeling. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with these opportunities that you're going to be having due to this massive change in your life, due to this big kind of upheaval that's going to happen, whatever it might be. It could be something that maybe you caused yourself, by the way. It could be you decide to just up and move. And that's a big change. And that could be part of it. This whole change may not be something that happens to you. It may be something that you cause yourself. But that it's a good thing, and that as long as you're brave and strong and true to yourself, it will work out in your favor. It's going to be something beautiful and wonderful, and all that. And so I feel like that's a message for some of you as well. That, maybe you getting out and causing this change, or causing this big upset in your life, or doing something different than the way you've done it before, is kind of the way, you want to do this. Or at least that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. With the Knight of Wands here as well, once again, it's that energy, that fire, that passion, that things that you really care about. The Knight is full of that courage and that free spirit, and all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like that's kind of the energy you guys need to embrace right now, in whichever way that you've been thinking about doing so. And so I do feel like that's a message for some of you guys, that, you be the instigator of this change. You be the cause of this happening. So I do feel like that's kind of a message for some of you guys out there that we didn't have already. Let's go ahead and pull out our charms and our oracle spheres, and we'll look at those as well. See if there's any other messages or anything else that we'd like to get. We'll do a few charms. Give them a really good mix up here. Oops. We had one kind of take a dive. Woo-hoo. All right, this is interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Okay. We have lots of balance energies here, and lots of working with the home, working with children, working with your creativity, working with those kinds of things. So I feel like some of you guys need to hear this. Following your intuition, following your heart, your desires, what you like to do, getting balance into your life, and doing that kind of thing is important. Also, this might have a lot to do with your home life, or your relationship with your mother, or your home in general. This could have a lot to do with your house, or your creativity, because of the different zodiac signs we've got going on here. Whichever of those resonate with you the most, whichever it is, you'll know what we're trying to say here. We do have the follow your heart, which I was trying to say earlier that was really important to do. We do have the Cupid love. So once again, that's kind of the following your heart type of energy. It's going along with what your heart is telling you should do, and what feels right to you. We also have the good night, good night, good night. And whenever that shows up, I see it as kind of a kiss from spirit, or kind of a hug and a kiss, kind of a comforting, we're there with you, we see you, we're going to tuck you in at night, we're going to protect you, we're going to make you feel comfortable and better. That's almost always the energy I get when I see that, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here as well. And that's where the trust, once again, brave. It's interesting that the word brave showed up again in your reading. I find that very intriguing, that you guys need to be brave, take a risk, I guess, is what I'm thinking here. Also, that you're blessed, and that to imagine is a good thing. Imagine how your life can be. Imagine the things that you can accomplish. Imagine what could happen. We also do have the moon and the bunny star. Those are also imagination type of things. They're also intuition type of cards. You did have the star card. So I think wishing upon a star, I think thinking, looking to the stars might be a good thing as well. Following your intuition, because we have this kitty here. This is kind of the intuition kitty, or what I think of as kind of the intuition kitty, or the familiar. And so following that is really important. Nurturing something as well could be very important as well. It's with the garden thing going here. We also have the frog, which could mean leaping. Take the leap. Go ahead and move forward and take the leap. We do have the Queen of Swords as well. I really like this queen because she is kind of the no nonsense. She knows, she's very honest, she's principled, she's independent, she's objective as well. What I like about that, because another part of your message was to follow be true to yourself. And I see the Queen of Spades as kind of representing you as far as that goes, because she would never let anybody lead her astray or take her into a way that would not make her happy, or would not make her feel comfortable, or that is not good for her. She would not follow that wrong path. She'd be true to herself. And so I feel like, that's kind of a message that some of you guys need to hear. So I'm going to put that out there. And we also have the seahorse, which I always see as being unique. And that's an important thing for you guys to do as well, is be unique and be yourselves and follow your passions and your heart and your desires and your imagination and all of those things, because that's just kind of where you need to go. And be level-headed and grounded and supportive and all of those things, but creativity is really important here as well. So, all of those things kind of rolled into one is kind of your message here, is that, all of those things are just a wonderful thing in your life, and that they're moving towards you. So I'm just, kind of going there with it. You all take that however you need to. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our oracle spheres. And basically how these work is we have 4 different stands. We have green, blue, gold, and silver, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You think of your yes or no type of question, basically a question that has an answer that a yes would work, or no would work, or maybe, or probably, or possibly, or, not now, or those kinds of answers. You ask the question that those kind of answers would fit, and then you pick your stand, and then we get your answers. Now, some people have utilized these other ways, so you're welcome to do that as well. You can decide, to have different questions for different stands for different questions, and then get your answer that way. You could have different stands represent different things, and then you get your answer that way as well. So these are basically just for you to utilize however you see fit. And we've already got one that came out, so we'll get that one first. Number 1, green, is a maybe. All right. Number 2, blue, is a no. Wow, these are coming out fast today. This reading. And of course this one is where I can't reach it. I always hate that when that happens. It always makes me feel like maybe it wasn't the right answer. And if I can't get to it, I will have to assume that. Alright, so we're going to have to get another one here. Alright, number 3, gold. Every answer is in here 5 times, so if it really was the right answer, it will come out again. Alright, number 4, gold, is a no. And the number 4 silver is a maybe. Alright, so number 1 green is a maybe. Number 2 blue is a no. Number 3 gold is a no. And the number 4 silver is a maybe. So there's our Oracle Sphere answers for this week. Guys, I really hope you had some messages that were useful to you and that you can act upon and do something great with. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. Leave us comments in the comment section and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, remember to check out our other videos on the channel. We do put out rune readings every week that have the oracle spheres as well as angel numbers involved with those, so that might be something of interest to you. We have a lot of other timeless tarot readings out there and other videos to check out as well. So, just get a chance, just look at those. We do put out videos every single week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the pink fortune cookie, and we have our tarot cards here, and we're going to look at our charms and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first message here from Spirit and see where we're at here. Your natural gifts are the reason you will succeed. Nurture them. Okay then, your natural gifts are the reason you will succeed and nurture them. Well, that's a pleasant thought, that you have some wonderful gifts that are going to help you be successful. That sounds really good. All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got a mountain, number 21. Okay. We've got the Fool. We got Justice. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh my goodness gracious. We have the King of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. Oh my word. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. And the Chariot. Wow. Okay. This goes along with your message so well. I almost don't need to say much more. Basically, I think you might have had a few setbacks, a few heartaches, a few things. Maybe you've tried to work on something and you failed at it, or it didn't go the way you wanted, or you worked towards something and things just kind of stopped you from going on, and maybe you didn't even understand why you didn't do well. Maybe it was something that you really wanted and you didn't do. And I feel like what the message Spirit is trying to tell you is that you have wonderful manifestation abilities, first of all, with this 7 here and this 5 here. With this 5 of Wands, this particular one especially, with the wizards, doing different things around them. And with this, 7 of Cups here, both of those are showing me that you guys have wonderful gifts. The message said your natural gifts. You have some beautiful gifts. You have some wonderful gifts. You have some great gifts. And I honestly feel like some of them that you have might even be a little scary to you. They might even be magical in nature, the way people think of magic. They might be spiritual in nature. You might, you might have precognizance. You might have clairvoyance or clairaudience, or you might, be able to be a medium and communicate with the dead. You might have natural ability to read tarot cards for people, or a natural healing ability, natural teaching ability even. Those are some things that you may have, and they may be ones that maybe whatever you've tried to work on in the past, you haven't utilized those. Or, okay, if that's not resonating with some of you, which I feel like it may not, if that is the case, you do have natural ability of some sort. You are very creative. You are very unique. You know how to see things from a different perspective. And those talents can move you very far. I do feel like there's a little bit of a mountain to climb. You might have to work at it a little bit. You might have to try a little harder. What's really nice about this mountain card is it has an 8 of clubs. Eights to me, first of all, it's wands. Wands energy are wonderful, passionate energies. But eights to me work a lot with the amount of work you put into something, your manifestation skills, working with infinity or spirit, our abundance, those kinds of things, and our work related things as well. So to me, eights kind of denote that. And so I feel like you guys want to succeed. You would like to succeed. You're not sure how to go forward with it. And what the message is look at what your natural talents are. Think about what your natural talents are. Whether it's looking at things from a new perspective, whether it's any of those magical abilities or spiritual abilities we were talking about earlier, whether it is being extremely good in business, whether it's being very level-headed. You know, we have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, and that's a wonderful balance, because we have the passion and the earthly, you know, being down to earth, and also, you know, the monetary rewards, as well as, you know, the fiery, passionate rewards of what you would like to have. You could be a really good leader. That could be a natural talent of yours, because, you know, the King of Wands is a very much, he can see a big picture. He has vision for things. He's very, you know, bold, full of optimism. The Fool card kind of shows some of that as well. But we also have the Justice card, which means maybe you know how to look at things from both sides. Maybe you know how to, you're very level-headed sort. You're, you know, that could be your natural talents. And the reason why the reason why these different cards came up the way they did is for me to talk about different natural talents so that you can decide which ones resonate with you. Which ones, yeah, because I get the feeling that you guys don't really realize what your natural talents are. That you don't realize that you're a good leader, or that you're good at doing this or good at doing that. So I'm saying these different things. These cards are helping me tell you the different things that you might have natural ability to do, so that you can go, yeah, that's what I'm really good at. That's what I'm really good at. The King of Pentacles, he's really good in business matters. He's really good at seeing, you know, he's a good, sensible sort. He is very kind, though, which is, you know, which is important. He's also ambitious, and a lot of these cards show a lot of ambition, which is important as well, because I do feel like you need to be ambitious to be able to move forward here. The Chariot card's the one card I haven't really discussed much yet, and that just shows to me that you can move forward, that you can, and I love the fact that this particular Chariot card's the unicorn, because once again that shows magical abilities and all, but it also shows that you can do, that the impossible is possible, that you can dream about, you know, things, because you can get there by unconventional means. You can get there, you know, through ways that you didn't realize were possible. And so I want you kind of to meditate and think about, what are my natural abilities? What am I really good at? You know, whatever. And that is what you've got to nurture. That is what you got to work for, because that is your true success in life. That is how you're going to succeed. That's how you're going to get your true happiness. That's how the sun is going to shine on you, like this Fool card here. So, you know, with this particular Fool card, you know, she's kind of a hippie. She's, you know, wearing flowers. She's carefree. She's, got a Walkman in her hand. She's willing to, go on adventures and just kind of be herself. She's very unique kind of person. And oftentimes the Fool card does represent that as well. But this one kind of shows that. And, her walking her own path, her doing her own unique thing, her, being her is how she's going to get by and succeed in life. And that's the truth for you as well. You notice how this Justice card, once again, is unique. She's very different. She's not the typical, blindfolded, lady. She does have a sword in one hand and then the scales in the other, so she can go fight for what she wants and what she needs, and she can think about things from a justice point of view or a balanced sort of point of view. So there's lots of energies going on here, and I do feel like it's going to be a little bit of a mountain climb. It's going to take a little bit of energy, and all, of course, that's some of the most fun things that we can do, or things that we have to work at just a little bit. But that when you reach that peak, when you reach that top, it's going to be magical and wonderful for you. And that's kind of, the energy I'm seeing here. Let's move on to our charms and oracle spheres and see what else we have to say. I love how you guys had these kings and queens in your reading, because that just kind of shows that you can go for whatever, that you've got the top of it. The kings and queens are at the very top of their suit, and they have, everything it takes. So I really find it intriguing that you guys had all those kings and queens. I really like that. You guys have some really beautiful abilities. All right, let's take a look at what our charms are going to say here. All right, first of all, we do have some letters. We have I-N-D. The first thing I thought about that is independent or individual. So being independent, being individual, I think is really important for you. We also have an E. So once again, independent, individual. So that's just kind of what I think of when I think of that. So just, go there. Whatever you can think of. Also know, too, that you're protected during this journey because you have that. You also have the snowflake. So once again, that's another individual type of thing, or being individual. We do have the frog, which I see that as, leaping forward, moving forward. We do have the rainbow cloud here, which I always see that as follow your dreams, follow your heart, and, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow kind of thing there. So I kind of see all that there. We do have the Four of Hearts and the Ten of Diamonds. The Ten of Diamonds is really awesome because it's the Ten of Pentacles. And that is like the ultimate wonderful, getting everything you want kind of card. And the Four of Hearts is this wonderful, the way I'm going to see it today with this reading for sure. Fours mean family, mean stability, mean foundation. With the Cups energy being your emotions, I see that as a good stable foundation for your emotions, your emotional happiness, is the way I'm seeing that in this reading. We do have the love and the peace, and we do have a couple of other, we do have the love-oriented thing here. So, follow what you love, follow what matters to you, care about what matters to you. I think that that's kind of important. We do have the moon and star twice, and the bunny star. To me, these are very intuition, very spiritual oriented charms, very intuition oriented. You guys might have some terrific intuition. I do think there's a good portion of you that do have those more spiritual type of abilities that, like I said, you may have not realized that you had, or you may have repressed a little bit. There may have been little signs recently that have kind of led you that way a little bit, but you haven't really kind of let that be known or let that be open, or you've been going, gee, okay, maybe I have some of that, but you've just been barely open to the idea. So that may be the case. We do have some other creative talent here with the French horn, also the harmony thing. I think some of you guys have a wonderful talent for bringing balance to things, or bringing things into focus, or seeing things from both sides, or seeing the harmony of things, or bringing harmony into people's lives. I kind of see that here. We also have the summer shell, which I really like, because, the whole thing is all about, the sun shining on us and whatever, and the beach theme here. And with the summer shell, that just, whenever you're walking along the beach and you find shells, they're kind of magical. You're supposed to be able to, pick up a certain conch type shell and listen to it and hear the ocean in it. That's kind of mysterious and kind of, special in of itself. So, I kind of see that as the mysteriousness of it. We also have the anchor here, which, I feel like you just need to anchor down just a little bit, and then follow through. We also have the hope ribbon, which is good for being hopeful about pretty much anything that you need to be hopeful about or supportive of. So that's kind of what those charms are all about. So, just remember that you're protected. Remember you can dream. Remember you can tap into spiritual abilities. Remember you can be independent. Those letters up there, the INDE, they might spell something else to you. There's something else that you might think of. The word dying, popped up with me just right away. So that just might mean you might be good at culinary skills or creative in the kitchen. So, lots of different things can come out of those. So I'll just let you guys deal with that however you all could think of it. Let's do our oracle spheres. Basically how these work is you ask a yes or no type of question. Things that can get a yes, a no, a maybe, a not now, a probable, a very likely, those types of answers. You ask that type of question, you pick a stand for your answer to appear on. We have gold, blue, gray, and green. And then we go out and we get our answers, and then they show up on the stands. Some people have utilized these other ways as well. They have sometimes did different questions for the different stands. They sometimes had different stands represent something specific, and then whatever answer came up, help them decide which way to go with it. So we're just going to go ahead and get our answers and let you guys work it out however you feel best. All right, the number one, gold, is not likely. The number 2, blue, is not now. The number 3, gray, is not likely. Interesting. And the last one, green, is a not sure. That could mean that the question wasn't very clear, or that things have to play out a certain way before an answer can be given, because it might change the outcome. All right, so number 1, gold, is not likely. Number 2, blue, is not now. Number 3, gray, is not likely. And then number 4, green, is not sure. So there's your Oracle Sphere answers for the week. Guys, I hope you had some messages that came through and were useful to you and that you could do something with. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. Leave us comments in the comment section and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to check out our other videos on the channel. We do put out timeless tarot readings every week. Or at least most of them are timeless. We do put out tarot readings every week on lots of topics. We put out rune readings every week as well. Those have oracle spheres and angel numbers involved with those, so those might be of interest for you to check out as well. So we look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.